Welcome back to Queenie Connection. Thanks for joining us. Well, we had the Belleville Theatre Guild, the Trenton Curling Club, and now the 2025 Buckland Cup Championship team, the OJHL's Trenton Golden Hawks. Tracey "The Go" Davis from the Trenton Golden Hawks organization joins us, Director of Business Operations. So, Tracey, pleasure to talk to you again. Thanks so much for taking the time.
Thanks for having us, Lindsey. It's always a pleasure to come on to YourTV.
As always, the Trenton Golden Hawks have done a fantastic job, now on a 9-game winning streak as we speak on January 14th now. Of course, fantastic community support. So the OJHL trade deadline is come and passed, but Tracey, if the playoffs were to start today, who would they face?
If the playoffs were to start today, we'd be battling the Bay of Quinte. We'd be battling Wellington. So it would be a fun first round and kind of one of those series that you dream of, because going across the Bay is always a fun go. We actually have a couple more games against them going into February. So it's Wellington at the Dunk or us in Wellington is always a packed house and a lot of fun.
Yeah, and fantastic community support. Of course, the Trenton Golden Hawks always named in that top 20 best teams in the Canadian Junior Hockey League, which is nice to see. Always in the top 5 these days, which is good. So team set, Tracey, did you see much action before the OJHL trade deadline for folks who are just kind of joining us here in this capacity?
Yes, we saw a lot of action. It's with the new rules, with the NCAA changes and the OHL, and this year it's sort of the Division I. There was some changes to the Division I rules with NCAA, and it's really sort of shaken down our end. So there's been up and down OHL players coming from the OHL, BCHL players coming back. So yeah, we had quite a few moves at the very end. There was 4 or 5 players shuffling around, and you get a couple injuries and a couple other things going on. So you want to make sure you got that looked after. So yeah, we had there was 4 final trades or 4 final signings within the 11th hour on January 10th.
Yeah, we should mention of the 2, who are the players from Trenton that were part of the OJHL's Prospects game? Because that wasn't too long ago.
Yeah, the Prospects game, we actually had 3 players involved with it. We had Matt Hicks on D, Cale Mace, and Logan Bennett were part of the Prospects games, and that was a really neat series. They sort of took the Prospects away from the All-Star weekend and gave them their own highlighted function. So we had a couple of round-robin games to the east and a couple of round-robin games to the west. And then they got to play off in Brantford at the OHL rink, and it was full of scouts, and Team Red, which was our team, won, which was wonderful. And our very own Logan Bennett was the game's MVP or player of the game. And so we're really proud of what they accomplished while they were there.
Yeah, when they came back, Tracey, you know, certainly I imagine lots of chatter around. Guys really impressed with kind of the overall experience, because you're right, like the more eyes on them, the better, especially if they're trying to get to university and college scholarships.
Yeah, with the changes with all the rules. So the Prospect Series was a really good way for the OJHL to highlight the various prospects and give everybody a good shot. Not instead of just having one game, having 3 teams in the East battle and then 3 teams in the West. So it really gave all of the younger kids the opportunity to show off their stuff. And it gave scouts from all over the opportunity to see them under different circumstances, not just with their teams, but, you know, when they're partnered up with other highlighted players. So it was they all said it was a wonderful experience, especially going to the championship game in Brantford. They pulled out all the stops. They had the smoke, the lights down, the whole whole effects for a championship game. So it was really well done.
Nice. So separately to the Prospects game, the OJHL does an all-star game. So who on Trenton made the cut this year?
We are very lucky. So we have 4 players from the East. We've got the most players on the East headed that way. So no shocker, our very own Teo Artichuk, who's leading basically the league. I think he's even now in the lead in the CHL for points. He is absolutely lighting it up. So he's headed there. And his line mate, Ziliato, is headed with him, and he's right behind him in points. So they're headed up for the forwards. And then on defense, one of our new recruits, Andrew Wysick, he came to us from Niagara OHL, and he's headed there. And then our goalie, Hayden Jeffries, who's absolutely been an outstanding in the net. He's headed there as one of the goalies.
Fantastic. Well, folks in the Quinte region can cheer all those players on. The regular season continues as we're hoping for a Battle of Quinte matchup further down the line. Tracey, walk us through kind of the theme nights and the big games that are coming up.
Well, we have a couple of big games. We've got a nice, we've got a lot of home games as we head through to February. Our very final game is on February 27th. That'll be our last regular season game. But we've got some heavy hitters as we move through the regular season to get there. We've got two actual back to sort of against Wellington. We're in Wellington one more time, and Wellington's coming here. This one is a huge one for us and one that's near and dear to all of our hearts. When hockey players get hurt, we have to go to the local hospital. So on Family Day, we play Wellington at home in Trenton, and that will be our Trenton Memorial Hospital Foundation's fundraiser with fun jerseys. This year we've gone with an ugly sweater theme. So they've got these beautiful jerseys that are coming in, and they'll be worn by the team for that game and then auctioned off. We have a wonderful supporter, Christina Charbonneau. She is one of the realtors in the area. She sponsors the jerseys so that all the proceeds from the jerseys go right back to the hospital. Plus, we have other games going on, lots of fun stuff that day, autograph session afterwards upstairs. It's a great family day event. So that's our I guess our biggest one coming up. We will be also looking at restocking the shelves for Care and Share Food Bank. That'll probably be the last game in January, the January 30th game against North York. So we'll be doing that as well. We've got just other little theme nights. We've got Relay for Life coming out. We'll have other organizations coming out to sort of promote their events. One of the biggest things for us is being part of the community. We couldn't do what we do without the community support. Our fans are absolutely amazing. Our sponsors are, bar none, one of the best in the OJHL. So the least we can do is give back to our community as well. We are part of the community. Trenton is a community team. We had schools out this year, Lindsey. We had 2 school games that were absolutely wonderful. You think that the dunk is loud on a Wellington game? You should have some school games in there. It was louder sometimes with the school kids,
Wow.
200 or 300 school kids than 1,000 people on a regular night. They are so wonderful to have out, and the players absolutely loved it. So we've got a visit to Frankfurt Public School at the end of January with some of the players, and so it's a lot of fun. We're very lucky to have the community behind us.
Okay, Tracey, so outside some of these jerseys auctions and of course the ticket sales, 50-50 of course is always huge in Trenton. So walk us through some of the other money and the fundraisers that go around with this.
Well, one of our biggest fundraisers and one of our biggest partners is the Kin Club. They run the upstairs refreshment area in the auditorium with the bar and et cetera, as well as the 50-50. And the 50-50 has been an absolute game changer for us because it allows us to offer scholarships to students that are moving on. So some of our overagers going to school. The 50-50 money goes back into the scholarships for the kids, which is amazing. The Wellington game that just happened, the 50-50 was $1,800 take home. It was incredible. And then the Kin Club itself, because they run the bar with all volunteers and the upstairs area with refreshments, all the proceeds that are raised up there go back into the community, which last year was, I think, somewhere around $40,000 to $50,000 in donations that went back into the community within the Quinte region. So the partnership with the Kin Club is absolutely, again, one of our community partners that gives back. And we all know that things are tight sometimes, and to be able to have these clubs in there helping out and know that our communities are better off because of it is huge.
Yeah, and I mean, one of the best attendance records for years and years, right? So once again, Tracey Legault Davis, the Director of Business Operations with the OJHL's Trenton Golden Hawks, and YourTV, proud sponsor of the OJHL and supporting the Trenton Golden Hawks as always. And we encourage fans and all of you watching to make it down to the dunk for a night. It's truly a unique and really great experience to see the community come all together and really cheer on the Trenton Golden Hawks to another big championship win. So Tracey, really appreciate it. Good luck. Say hello to everyone for us, and wishing you all the best heading towards the playoffs.
Great. Thank you so much.